guys, welcome back to my channel. Like I said, I'm starting with the rising signs first because the rising sign is the first thing you see, right? The looks and the appearance, and then I'll go to the sun signs for those who are confused. But anyway, I'm gonna do the way I'm doing these signs. I do them in order, basically Aries, and then I do the polarity of Aries. I'm gonna do Taurus rising, and then I'm gonna do the polarity of Taurus. I'm not gonna be going in order, but I'm gonna be going in order. You know what I'm saying? From first sign to the last. Like I did the last one. I did Aries, then I did Libra rising. Now I'm doing Taurus rising, then I'll do Scorpio rising. Then after that, I'll do let's see, Gemini rising, and then I'll do Sag rising. Stupid ass top. Get what I'm saying? Most Taurus risings, the way they look and appear, most Taurus risings, they have a long bridge nose or just a long wide nose. Tauruses, like me, and Taurus risings tend to have a big nose. They usually have big noses, like I said, a bridge, and it's usually rounded at the bottom because they're meant to resemble a bull. So, let me give y'all some examples. First we have Megan Thee Stallion, Snoop Dogg, you see the noses, Miley Cyrus, Mariah Carey, also has the bull nose, Martin Luther King Jr., rest in peace, and Cleopatra. Yeah. The Egyptian queen Cleopatra has a Taurus rising. So, when we're talking about Taurus risings can be not that much different than a Taurus. Like I said, with the moons, it's intensified, but with the rising, it's just the looks and the personality. So when you see Taurus risings are usually like all earth signs or all earth risings. Capricorn rising, Virgo rising, they're all about common sense, logic. A lot of times they may come off as a smart ass or a bitch or an asshole because of most earth signs and earth rising signs and earth moons, you get a smart ass or a logical common sense response than an emotional one. You'll get the common sense first. You know you shouldn't do that, or I told you not to do that, or why don't you just do this? You know, it's like that. So they come off sometimes as an asshole or uncompassionate because they're all about common sense. Earth signs are seen, especially Taurus and Virgo, they're seen as shy. And you might be shy, but most Taurus risings, kind of like astral Tauruses, are reserved. They're more reserved, peace, and at peace with themselves until someone fucks that up. Then all hell breaks loose. But they may come off as shy because, like I said, they're reserved, they keep to themselves. They may seem secretive, and that's pulling from their opposite polarity, Scorpio or Scorpio risings. They may seem secretive, they may not talk much, and even if they do, they're probably a fire sign, or they have a lot of fire in their chart, or they have Mercury in a fire sign like Aries. It takes a lot to bother them. Earth signs are the best at fucking ignoring people, especially a Taurus. It's another reason why they're seen as stubborn. A Taurus and a Taurus rising will ignore the fuck out of you like you don't exist. Like, I remember girls used to try and get my attention in school, saying little slick shit under their breath, and it would make them madder because I wouldn't fucking give them any mind. Do not give Tauruses love their peace. Taurus risings love their peace, and they'd rather not give their energy to some bullshit. But be careful what you say and do, because that peace can be easily disturbed, and once that peace is disturbed, all fucking hell breaks loose. Taurus, like its sister sign, its opposite polarity, its opposite sign, its polar opposite Scorpio, is known as the constellations of terror and destruction. Remember, if you know Greek mythology, Taurus is represented by Demeter or Demeter, the earth goddess. If you're a Taurus or a Taurus rising, you're an earth goddess, the goddess of the earth, which is Demeter. Demeter, when her daughter, queen of the underworld, Persephone, Virgo, went missing, she turned her servants into basically birds. Still had a human head, but a bird body, and she kept them like that for the rest of her life because she couldn't find Persephone. So she asked her servants, who were supposed to be looking after Persephone, where the fuck is my daughter? Can you find my daughter? And they said they didn't know where she was. She turned them into sirens. It's another name for half bird, half human. Constellations of terror. Obviously Scorpio, because it's Hades. King or queen if you're a woman of the underworld. And then we have Demeter, which is the earth goddess. Underworld goddess is opposite polarity. And then we have the earth goddess. Taurus rules earth. Taurus is ruled by earth. You're on my planet. Of course, Taurus is also ruled by Venus, but its main ruler is earth. Taurus risings, like basically all things Venus. Venus rules love, money, pleasure, art, beauty, and money. Taurus risings love money, they love luxury, they love beauty, whether that's makeup, hair, nails, beautiful clothing, flowers. They might be a nature girl, just like a Libra rising, their sister sign, their other sister sign, since they're both ruled by Venus. Like I said, pleasure. And pleasure doesn't always have to be sex. Pleasure could be eating your favorite food, watching your favorite TV show, a comfortable chair, a comfortable mattress, buying your most comfortable, squishy, cute pillow. Anything that's pleasurable or comfortable. Food, all of that. Taurus is well known for being in love with food, especially if they're an April Taurus, because if you're an April Taurus, you have the influence of Cancer, which is why April Taurus come off even more reserved or more shy than May Taurus. May Taurus is the number 5. They have the energy of Aries and Leo. I'll talk about that in another series. What's the difference between certain months or certain end of season and beginning of season zodiac signs. But like I said, money, they love money. Beauty, pleasure, art, sex. They like delicious food, delicious sex, good company, good conversation, unless you talk too much. Tauruses and Taurus risings don't like when you talk too fucking much. Unless they have a lot of air and fire, especially a lot of air in their chart, like Gemini or Libra. Taurus risings, I would say like Libra risings, they make great art critics and artists or creators. So just everything Venus, that's what Taurus is good at. You know what I'm saying? Most Tauruses and Taurus risings. Taurus risings, like most earth signs and earth rising signs, kind of like Cancer also, because it's pulling from the polarity of Capricorn. Tauruses and Taurus risings, let's stick with the risings, they love stability. Just like they love their peace. If you disrupt a Taurus's peace, that's basically like disrupting their stability. whether that's physical stability or mental stability. And you're never gonna hear the end of that shit when you do interrupt that. So be careful when you're dealing with Taurus risings. Taurus risings can come off as materialistic because Earth is Earth. Earth rules tangible things. The Earth itself, the dirt, the soil, the flowers, all that, the rocks is tangible things. Things you can touch. That's why Taurus is known as the master of the five senses. Like I said, whether that's food, art, luxury, any type of pleasure, money, they know what good money looks like. They know what good money should be spent on. They know what good clothes look like, great clothes. They may make great hairstylists, fashion designers. They may be very stylish themselves. Or, let's see, they're very good at judging food, picking out food, anything like that, you know, Tauruses are great at in Taurus risings. So that gives them the ability to know how to cook. And if they don't know how to cook, a lot of times Tauruses don't know how to cook. Taurus risings don't know how to cook is because they're lazy. They rather have somebody do it for them or get a chef or something. But they're good at telling you what ice cream. They can have two of the same flavors of ice cream. Everyone says they taste the same, right? They both taste similar. A Taurus rising will know which fucking ice cream that they don't fucking taste the same. That y'all are tripping and no, bitch, this one is better. Or they see a painting. Yeah, I like this one with the flowers and all the abstract colors. So I noticed Tauruses and Taurus risings and Libra risings, they're really good at aesthetic. They wear things and they like things that's aesthetically pleasing. They like for their environment to be aesthetically pleasing, whether that's their home, their yard, their bedroom, which is in the home, their car, which is why they also come up as materialistic. But Miss or Mr. Taurus rising, try not to be too materialistic, because if you are, you might come back here with a Scorpio North Node, like Megan Thee Stallion. She's a Taurus rising with a Scorpio North Node. There's an opposition because they're opposing each other. They're opposite signs. So that's really kind of hard to get out of. I'm sorry, the fucking phone fell. That's really hard to get out of when you have a Taurus rising and a Scorpio North Node, because one side, because the rising sign is the most important part of the chart, even though it's just the personality. That's why I started with the rising sign first. Taurus risings, you might come back with a Scorpio North Node, and the whole point of coming back with a Scorpio North Node is to teach you and to pull you out of that shit. Basically, God slapping your ass, stop being so materialistic. Because for many, many lifetimes, especially the lifetime you just came from, if you believe in reincarnation, incarnating does exist. You do not only just live once. That is a myth, that is a lie, that's bullshit. You live multiple lives over and over and over and over again until finally one day you don't have to come back to this bitch. Everybody has karma, whether that's good or bad karma. You come back here with good karma and you come back here with bad karma. If you keep coming back here with bad karma, you have to come here again and again and again and again until you reach that last gate, which is the 12th house, which is Pisces, or you have a Pisces North Node and you don't have to come back here again. Because Pisces, like I said, is the last sign. Jesus was a Pisces. People like Megan Thee Stallion, they go through chaos and turmoil and trauma because they lived a life of luxury. For many lifetimes, they may have been rich, or their parents were rich, or people gifted them things a lot. They didn't have to really worry about money or food or none of that shit that much. So now because they were so materialistic, or because they were so comfortable, they have to have a Scorpio North Node that will force them to come out of that. And Scorpio rules death. So even if God or your North Node itself, because the birth chart is basically a deal or a contract between you and God. So if you come back here with a fucking Scorpio North Node, it can even kill you if you don't get out of that materialistic shit. Scorpio, like I said, rules death. Death, sex, transformation, regeneration, and life, basically. So be careful of being too materialistic. You need to pull more from your spiritual side. Be more like Scorpio, whose mind is always in the underworld, Hades. So that doesn't mean you can't like your material things, or you just gotta let all that shit go. Just try to tone it down, Mr. or Mrs. Taurus rising. Try to fucking tone it down. You do not want to come back here with a Scorpio North Node. I have a Libra North Node, but it's at the Scorpio degree, so I have to deal with that as well. Chaos, turmoil, trouble, double trouble. Having Scorpio on my North Node, it isn't easy at all. My ex-boyfriend has a Scorpio North Node and a Taurus moon. Like I said, the moon and the rising can be not that much different than the sun. He loves material things, not to the extremity. You know, guys don't really care about that as much as women do. He's lost so many friends, family. He lost, I can't even really talk about it yesterday. He lost his father. He lost a lot, not just material things, but people. So if the North Node doesn't kill you, it'll kill somebody that you love, close to you, if you don't try to pull more from your spiritual side. You do not want to come back here with a Scorpio North Node. Like I said, reserved. They like stability. What earth sign doesn't like stability? Common sense. They're very cautious. I already said they're all things Venus. Like I said, they're very fashionable, like their sister, Libra rising. So you never really catch them slipping. They always have they're always the best dressed person in the fucking room. Taurus risings. And it ain't just their clothes. Their skin, their hair, all of that is usually done up. Unless they just don't feel like it. Because Taurus is very slow, not as in stupid. We get a bad reputation for being slow as in stupid. I can't stand that. Taurus is move slow because the earth moves slow. Don't you think if the earth moved any faster, we'd all be fucking dead right now? Yeah. Taurus is ruled by earth. It moves slow for a reason. So it's slow moving and slow acting, speaking, all of that. Don't try to force your Taurus rising boyfriend or girlfriend or husband or wife to move if they don't feel like it. Because all you're going to do is, like I said, disrupt their peace, and then all hell is going to... it blanked out. Disrupt their peace, and then all hell is going to fucking break loose. You do not want to fucking deal with the towering anger. Signs that are fucking well known for never shutting the fuck up when they're mad or having outrageous ass anger. Because like I said, it's the bull. What do bulls do? They charge at your ass until it's time to stop. Until they feel like it. So don't try to make a Taurus move or do something they don't want to do unless they feel like it, okay? Don't fucking do that. Taurus risings could be loyal. As long as you show loyalty to them, whether if you're... you can be a really bad person, and a Taurus or a Taurus rising will still love you as long as you love them and trust them so that they can love and trust you the way you want it or the way they want it. Don't start none, won't be none. Basically. Doesn't matter what you do. As long as you don't cross them, A Taurus rising will be dead ass loyal to you. And I respect that. As a Taurus sun. They can be very sensual. They might have a soft voice or soft mannerisms. They can be very touchy-feely in their relationships. Because Taurus rules sensuality and Scorpio, the sister sign, rules sexuality. So they can be pretty sexual too. They can be pretty sexual. But they care more about making love than fucking like a Scorpio. Until they meet the right person. Then they may be more scorpionic. Especially when they get angry. There's a polarity to everything. So even sun, rising, moons, any of your personal planets, especially when you get angry, you may switch back and forth without realizing it. So one day, you might piss a Taurus rising off. Then they snap. And they act like a Scorpio rising. Scorpio rules chaos, death, trauma, turmoil. So like I said, do not piss them off. The opposite is Scorpio. People brag on Scorpios all the time. You wonder why? Find out. But anything else I can say, I guess, about Taurus risings is they're pretty headstrong or stubborn. Headstrong doesn't always mean they're just stubborn, though. They can be just passionate about what they want to do, about what they like, what they don't like. So, very headstrong, very strong in general. A Taurus rising. You're a strong ass woman or man. So be grateful for that, because everyone gives the credit to Aries because it's the god of war. Taurus is a very powerful, strong sign, like I said. Constellation of terror and destruction. You can be a nature girl or a nature guy. You might like plants all in your home or the outside of your home. You may even like to eat a lot of plants. We don't just eat fattening shit. Taurus and Taurus rising. Like, we like to eat healthy and shit too. So anything earthy you may really enjoy. So even the color green, maybe you wear the color green a lot, or you just, like I said, you like a lot of green. Whether that's weed, my nigga, green weed, you know what I'm saying? Or that's just plants all over your fucking house. So I don't blame you, because I have plants all over my house too. Other than a big nose, long bridge nose, you know, to look like a bull, they usually have almond-shaped, really sexy almond-shaped eyes, or small almond-shaped eyes. Really fucking beautiful eyes, I'd say that. Just remember, Miss Taurus or Mr. Taurus, God or Goddess, you are that bitch and that nigga. You're the master of the five senses. You know what the fuck you talking about when it comes to art, when it comes to food, money, business deals, all that shit. Even if people don't 100% agree with you, you got this already. You already got that shit slam packed. It's already in you. You were born to be like that. To be a great art critic, or stylish, or great at picking food and what's good for you, what isn't. Kind of like a Virgo. Really good at telling what's good for you and what's not, if you really pay attention to your diet and what you're putting in your body. But overall, yeah, y'all niggas sexy. Y'all niggas sexy, and that's all I gotta say. Goodbye.